Today we're going to be taking a look at how to draw your gun that you're carrying in an outside the waistband holster and utilizing an open front concealment garment. Now, a lot of people look at something like this and they think, oh, it's a shoot me first vest. Open front concealment garments still have a lot of practicality in the real world and are still popular. It could be a vest like this, it could be an open front shirt, or it could be a jacket of some type that you're wearing in different weather conditions. Now, no matter what your concealment garment is, when you're drawing from an OWB holster, the first thing that you want to avoid doing is a ton of wasted motion when you're getting to the gun. You'll see people grab their garment and they'll fling it out of the way, and that's just a lot of wasted energy that you don't need to expel in the process of actually drawing your gun. What we're going to do is we're going to go through 3 different hand positions that I'll start with when I'm trying to access my gun from my outside the waistband holster and this open front garment. Now, the first we'll take a look at is going to be my competition start position. This is with my hands relaxed at my sides, just kind of hanging out here. The application for this in the real world is you're just standing here having a normal conversation. No matter what happens, the first thing when I initiate my draw is both hands are going to move at the same time. My support hand, my non-firing hand, is going to land on my chest somewhere in between my sternum and my belly button. Usually for me, a little bit lower. Some people will run it a little bit higher, but anywhere in here is good. That's going to be consistent no matter where my start position is. That hand is always going to go to the same spot. As that hand's doing that, starting from down here, my dominant hand is going to come up, and I'm going to just brush my concealment garment out of the way and then come back and land on the grip of my gun. So at a normal operating speed, that's going to look just like that. Now I've established most of my master grip, and I can then draw the gun and proceed to the target. My next start position that we're going to look at is going to be what's called a fence position. This is similar. This isn't quite a surrender position, but a fence position, which is going to have your hands up in front of your chest. This position is very applicable in the real world for concealed carry because this can be a, hey man, I don't want any trouble start position, or you can be actively defending yourself by using your hands to push or shove an attacker away. From the fence position, everything is still mostly the same. My support hand still proceeds to the middle of my chest, again, somewhere, stomach, chest area, while my strong hand is going to peel that garment back and move straight down to the gun. From here, it's just peeling back straight down to the gun. Again, here now I've established my master grip, so I can go ahead and drive the gun the rest of the way to the target. The last position that we're going to look at is going to be the fig leaf position, or as I like to call it, the cheating position. So in the fig leaf position, your hands are going to be clasped right here, under your belly button, kind of over your belt line. This is absolutely my favorite position to try to draw with an open front concealment garment from, because as you can see from here, my hands have the least amount of movement to do to get where I want them to be staged. If I'm starting with my hands down low, I've got to come up and then move. If I'm starting from my hands in a fence, I've got to come down and move. But from here, my hands are already in the optimal position to get to the gun. So for this, my gun hand can just sweep my cover garment straight back, and I establish that grip and get straight on the gun. Again, from this position, it's just sweep the cover garment straight back. My support hand doesn't even need to move, and then I can establish my master grip and start firing. Now that we've walked through all of those, let's try them out in live fire. The first one of these that we're going to try now that we've loaded up the gun is going to be just your hands relaxed at sides, your conversational position. Again, we're just going to start here, hands relaxed, and we're going to bring up, address the gun, and fire 2 shots. The next one that we're going to do is from our fence. Hands are going to start high for this one. Again, imagine someone's approaching you aggressively and you're saying, hey, I don't want any trouble. I don't want to cause a problem. Just everybody be cool. And then that person acts in such a way that would justify you producing a weapon. From here, you can go, hey man, I don't want any problems. And immediately get your gun into action. The last one of these is the fig leaf position. From the fig leaf position, you can imagine a normal encounter where you're just tired. Someone's running their mouth, you're tired of their nonsense, you're standing here, you're like, here we go again. And then that person acts in such a fashion that would justify deadly force, and you're very easily able from this position to access your concealed firearm. Those are the 3 start positions that I like to use with an outside the waistband concealed firearm. 3 different things that are applicable to real life and 3 very efficient ways to access your gun.